Good morning. I'm David with the National Weather Service here in Chicago. It is 5 a.m. Friday, January 31st, 2014. I'd like to thank you for joining me for this multimedia briefing, and I'm going to take the next few minutes to bring you up to speed on the possibility of heavy snow and freezing rain expected to develop this evening through Saturday. Currently anticipating that this afternoon through tonight there will be an area of light snow developing, and that will persist in through late tonight, when we're anticipating the heavy snow will develop late tonight through Saturday. There is the possibility that freezing rain will become mixed with the snow or possibly change to all freezing rain across southern parts of the forecast area. And then a brief snapshot of the system for next week. We are anticipating the possibility of another winter storm. Right now it is forecasted to be moving through the area Tuesday into Wednesday. However, I will say that there is considerable uncertainty that remains with the precise track of this system. The snow that is going to be impacting the area this afternoon through this evening, currently we're anticipating that around an inch of snowfall, or possibly a little bit more than an inch of snowfall, will fall just south of the I-80 corridor, or south of Ottawa, Joliet to Gary. And to the north of this, we're generally anticipating around an inch to possibly just under an inch of snowfall. So that will begin to impact the evening rush hour, and that will persist through this evening. As far as the snow and ice impact for areas late tonight through Saturday, we are anticipating that there is going to be a channel of some heavier snowfall that will fall between the I-88 and I-80 corridor, and to the south of this, closer to Pontiac, Kankakee, and to Lake and Porter County, Indiana, and points south of this line, we're anticipating that there could be a change over to freezing rain and the possibility of some ice accumulations in these areas. Currently, the forecast models have been trending a little bit further north, so the possibility exists that this area shaded in orange as well as in pink might need to be adjusted further north. And in that case, that might pull the freezing rain line a little bit further north, closer to the south side of Chicago, to Joliet, and possibly as far north as Ottawa. That would also displace the heavier snowfall a little bit further north as well. Currently, the anticipation for total ice accumulation through Saturday is that generally around 1/10 of an inch or a little bit more will fall from Pontiac, Kankakee, and points south. Again, if the models continue to forecast a slight shift to the north, then that would pull the ice accumulations a little bit further north. But at this point in time, we're anticipating the highest probability of seeing any ice accumulations to exist from Pontiac, Kankakee, and points south. Here's a look at the latest winter headlines issued from the National Weather Service. Currently, a winter storm watch is remaining in effect for the entire Chicago forecast area, starting at midnight tonight through Saturday evening. To our west and to the southwest, a winter weather advisory is in effect. And again, looking at the winter storm possibly for Tuesday into Wednesday, computer models continue to suggest another winter storm is possible in this time frame. And again, I will say there is a lot of uncertainty with respect to the timing, placement of this system, which will obviously dictate where the heavy snow falls, as well as the heavy rainfall or possibly some freezing rain. We're looking at the impacts for tonight through Saturday, and what we're anticipating right now is light snow to develop mainly south of I-88 this afternoon through this evening, and that will begin to impact the travel conditions for folks traveling in that area. Then more moderate snow will begin to develop, mainly north of I-88 during the pre-dawn hours into early Saturday afternoon, and that will probably cause considerable difficulty traveling, with generally around 4 to 7 inches of snow accumulation. Where we're anticipating the heavy snowfall, mainly across northern Illinois, northwest Indiana, overnight tonight into early Saturday afternoon, hazardous travel will likely be significantly impacted through the overnight hours into midday tomorrow, where we could see an area of excess of 5 to 9 inches of snowfall. Where the snow is and freezing rain is mixed, south of a line from Pontiac to Kankakee to Valparaiso, overnight Friday into early Saturday afternoon, generally anticipate 4 to 6 inches of accumulation before it switches over to freezing rain. And with the frozen ground conditions, this will likely cause slick roadways that are untreated. as well as causing problems on side streets. It is 5 a.m. on Friday, January 31st, 2014. I'd like to thank you for joining me for this multimedia briefing. Forecast information could change at a later time, so be sure to check back to our website at weather.gov/Chicago for the latest forecast information. And as always, be sure to stay tuned to NOAA Weather Radio and your local media for any watches, warnings, or advisories that may be issued.